Hi, today we're going to talk about the causes of having a bloated tummy. My name is Geeta Sidhu-Robb and I run a health and wellness business in London, and we have spent over 11 years being a trusted, credible, experienced source of natural wellness solutions. And things like bloating, you are obviously not sick, so there isn't an illness there, and that means there isn't a medicine that they can give you. This is speaking 90% of the time, obviously. So the only way to cure something like bloating, the only way to get a handle on it, is to actually find out what it is that's causing it. The issue with bloating is that you can be eating really healthily, you can have cut out refined sugar, you can cut out gluten, you can cut out dairy. You can exercise regularly, and you can also drink an enormous amount of water. So you've kind of ticked all the right boxes, and you still have a bloated belly. So do you sit there and think, oh my God, what on earth? Why is this happening to me? So in this video, I want to run you through some of the reasons that actually always cause a bloated belly, so that you can look at them and then think, I wonder if this is my issue or not. But it will give you a really good handle on what it is that causes bloating. So the first one is that actually we eat too fast. Your job of your stomach is not actually to digest your food. I know you think it is, but it isn't. The digestion of your food happens in your mouth using saliva and salivary enzymes. So actually what you have to do in order to reduce bloating is to chew your food really, really well. Because by the time you have chewed your food to a mush, that is the state at which food is supposed to be going down into your stomach. And the less that we chew, the harder your stomach has to work to actually break down the food you just ate in order to actually do the job of your stomach, which is not at all to digest your food. So that's called masticating, and masticating is supposed to take the primary part of what it is that you're doing with your food. So how to deal with this? Stop rushing. Actually take your time, enjoy your meal, eat slowly and mindfully. And you know what? You cannot do this really in front of a TV, because eating in front of a TV is really, really mindless. I find that I sit in front of a book and I eat, and even that's not good. So try and eat while gazing into the distance, and then go back to the TV and whatever else. And also the other thing is, please don't eat at your desk. Don't eat at your desk. Anything that encourages mindless eating, try not to do it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and see what a difference it makes. The second cause of bloating is eating just too often. We do eat regular meals, but most of us also snack in between meals. Now, this constant flow of food puts an awful lot of pressure on your digestive system. Our stomach is constantly being forced to produce enzymes to break down the food and send it where it has to be. Now, this excessive work means that the stomach actually is not working as efficiently as the day draws on. So the best way to support enzyme production is to eat less frequently through the day, leave more time between your meals, like ideally 4 to 6 hours, and try to avoid snacking in between. The process of digestion actually is not just breaking down the food, not just dispersing nutrients through your body, but also trying to clean and clear up the results of a meal. Now, when you are constantly actually eating, your body gets to do the first part of it, but not the second and the third part of it. And then it has to start again, and then it has to start again, and then it has to start again. Whereas if you eat and then have a space and then get hungry, what actually happens then is your body has gone through the whole process of digestion, so your food is used well, because food that isn't used very well then gets shoved and converted into fat for the body to store. The third thing that people often think causes bloating is fruit. People feel that I eat fruit and I actually get bloated. We deliver juice fasts around the world, and people will get the juice fast and go, oh, I've started this, but actually, and we have blended fresh fruit that we give, but it's like, oh, I feel really, really bloated. But actually, it's not the fruit that's causing the bloating. It's the way in which we actually imbibe the fruit that causes it. Fruits are the fastest digesting food and are designed to pass through our digestive system really quickly to allow us to absorb all the nutrients that they contain. They take very little time to break down. Fruits generally will take between 7 and 30 minutes to actually break down. That's very, very little time. Eating fruits with other fruits, slows down the digestion of the fruit, and what's even worse, causes them to ferment in your stomach. And this fermentation releases gases, and gases, you get bloated. So always eat fruit on your own, and eat fruit. My recommendation, my advice is always eat fruit before your meal, not after your meal. So I train my coaching clients where actually what you should do is eat your piece of fruit before and then go on and eat the rest of your meal. The other benefit that has is it rehydrates you, and it also means that you're not starving. And when you eat, so you don't binge eat. It also kind of takes care of that sugar craving a little bit. The fourth thing that causes bloating is drinking with your meals. Now, it's absolutely something that we're used to doing. We tend to drink water, wine, whatever, beer, but we dilute our stomach acid and we inhibit enzyme production. This impairs our ability to break down food, and by itself it slows down digestion. Number 5, fiber. The thing about eating too much fiber, so when you eat a lot of processed food, your digestive fire, which is the way in which your digestion works, can be very low because you don't need a lot of digestion to just eat processed food. Now you go from there and you're like, I'm going to eat healthy, and you pump in lots of fiber, lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, everything up. And what happens is it is actually too much fiber for your digestion to manage. So your stomach swells up because you've had too much of it too fast, and it leaves you constipated and it leaves you bloated. But if you eat a little bit of fiber every day, you can actually build up a tolerance to much more fiber. So then the bloating, the distress goes away, and your digestive fire grows, and the digestive tract adapts to the amount of fiber that you're actually eating. You do need to drink a lot more water when you're having fiber because it actually helps the fiber to go through your digestive tract. And if you're not drinking enough water, then actually you can get a lot of constipation and bloating. But of course, not while you're eating. The sixth thing that causes bloating is actually stress. As we become stressed, our gut health becomes more and more compromised because we let out a lot of cortisol, and that compromises our ability to break down food. Because when you're stressed, your body is just thinks you're having to run away from danger. It thinks you're running from the dinosaur. So it just is trying to rapidly go through your digestion and give you strength and fuel now. That is not conducive to having a nice, calm digestion. And so that's not what happens. So in order to deal with your bloating, you need to get your stress levels under control. And it is one of the primary things that you can do in order to get your digestion working. So I hope this is really helpful, and I hope that it has worked for you. Please share it with anyone else that complains about bloating, which I think is probably going to be my entire female friendship group, and probably yours, not to mention the relatives. If you please comment and let me know which one of these that you think is going to work for you specifically. And also, please subscribe.